Trial has started for the couple accused of killing their baby and burying its remains in a box under their shed. We've been following the case of Brian and Shannon Gore since 2011. That's when Gloucester investigators found the bones of their son. The Gores say he died 3 years earlier from breathing problems, but they never called 911. The couple's already serving a 30-year sentence for keeping their 6-year-old daughter in a makeshift cage and nearly starving her to death. 10 on your side's Jason Marks is live with today's developments. Jason.
Well, Tom, today's the first day of the Gores bench trial, a judge trial. We heard from mainly the investigators who interviewed Brian and Shannon Gore, and it really gave us some insight in how that baby boy ended up in a box buried in the backyard.
Brian and Shannon Gore are on their way back to jail after the first day of testimony. They are on trial accused of killing their son. In April 2011, 10 on your side was there when Gloucester County deputies made a horrific discovery. They found a 6-year-old malnourished girl in a turned-over crib used as a cage inside the Gores' home. When investigators started interviewing her parents, Brian and Shannon Gore, they learned the body of a baby boy was buried in a box under the couple's shed. Deputies told the court today Connor Gore was born August 3, 2007. Shannon delivered him by herself on the living room couch while Brian was at work. Shannon told deputies she cut the umbilical cord with scissors. She studied the process from a website. No one knew Shannon was even pregnant. Investigators say the couple kept it a secret because they didn't want anyone to know of the other secret, a daughter named Allison who was born at the home 3 years earlier. Allison was being kept in a cage and fed sparingly. Brian Gore told deputies they decided to keep the pregnancy quiet because they were not married and Shannon was only 17. Neither of the kids got medical care. In March 2008, Connor died in his crib. Deputies testified that Brian found the child. He tried to give him CPR but never called 911. He panicked for a bit and then went off to work. Shannon carried the boy's body around the house for several days before the couple decided to wrap him up in a blanket and put him in a box with some toys. When investigators dug up the box, they found the bones in a little blue jumpsuit. Brian told deputies he prided himself on being smart, but made some dumb choices.
And those remains were taken to the medical examiner's office in Richmond, but they could not determine how that boy died. So here's what happened. At that point, investigators here got in touch with the Smithsonian Institute. They took the remains then to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., and doctors there took a look at it. Tomorrow morning, starting at 9:30, when court resumes, a doctor from the Smithsonian will testify. So then we might find out exactly how the boy died. Of course, we'll be here in court tomorrow. We'll have more on today's testimony coming up tonight on WAVY News 10 at 6. But for now, that's the latest here in Gloucester. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.